What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, y'all, I am so silly because I'm laughing at myself because I have this huge bonnet on my head, y'all. But it's because I have these rollers in. I'm just trying to keep my hair wrapped up, y'all, because tomorrow I have my maternity photo shoot. So I'm trying to keep my rods intact before then. But anyway, that is not what this video is about. This video is gonna be me giving you guys an update on my previous video. If you guys have not seen that video, go and watch it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna link it down below. Go and watch it. It was my 32-week ultrasound appointment that I had where the doctor gave me bad news. She told me that my baby was measuring small and that she had me go and take all this blood test and do all this testing, y'all. So today I'm going to give you guys an update because I think at this point I got all of my results back, and today y'all had my 35-week ultrasound, so I'm going to tell you guys how that went as well. So I got the genetic testing done where they tested me for over, like, I think she said over like 145 disorders. It was a lot of them. They tested me for a lot of stuff, you guys. My genetic testing came back. Well, some of it came back like a week later. Like all of my trisomies tests came back within a week, and it was pretty much negative, which is the Down syndrome, the Edwards syndrome. That came back and it was negative, y'all. So I was kind of relieved a little bit because I was like, okay, at least that's one thing out the way. Like, it's not that. Okay, what else can it be? So then, y'all, 2 days ago, which was Sunday, because today is Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. So 2 days ago, my doctor called me on a Sunday, y'all. And when she called me on a Sunday, I'm like, why the heck is she calling me on a Sunday? So I was like, oh God, here we go. And she pretty much told me that 2 of my carrier screening tests came back positive, which were cystic fibrosis and what's the other one? The other one is like a very long name. It's called systemic primary carnitine deficiency, which is a metabolic disorder. So that and the cystic fibrosis, which is cystic fibrosis, y'all, is a lung disease. So those who came back as positive for me, meaning that I'm a carrier for it. So that doesn't necessarily mean that my baby will have it, but it just lets me know that I'm a carrier for it. So if I'm a carrier for it and my husband a carrier for it, then more than likely my baby has it. But the doctors, they don't think that's what it is at all, because that doesn't match the ultrasound findings. So they really don't think that's what it is. But my husband, he said he's still gonna go and get tested for it just to make sure, you know. My doctors referred me to a genetic counselor, and she was like, she doesn't think that's what it is either. When I talked to my genetic counselor, y'all, that was another thing. She didn't seem too worried about much of anything. And I don't know, maybe she's just trying to play it down for me, because sometimes doctors and people like to do that because they don't want you to worry and stress out and stuff. So she didn't seem too worried at all. My doctor, she was really worried when I had my 32-week ultrasound appointment. But when I talked to the genetic counselor, she was like, well, your baby head was measuring small, but it was still normal. It was still in a normal state. So today, y'all, I had my 35-week ultrasound literally like a couple hours ago. And the baby is growing. At my last appointment, she was 3 pounds and 15 ounces, I believe. And then this one, she's 5 pounds and 7 or 8 ounces, something like that. But they said like her growth, like her overall growth is like okay. Like they're not worried about her overall growth because she's steady growing. And now I think she's in the 17th percentile overall. Last time, yeah, I know she was in the 14th percentile overall. But here's the thing, and it's always something, right? The thing that we was worried about is still an issue, which is her head size, y'all. Her head is still measuring small. And now before my 32-week ultrasound, they said she was still in normal range as far as the head size. Now they're like, her head got smaller, and now it's like abnormal. So I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, what the so what does this mean? What is it? I had another doctor this time, and she asked me pretty much the same question like the last doctor asked me. Have I been out of town? Could possibly have the Zika virus or something like that? That she's trying to like screen me to see if I may have had like the Zika virus or whatever. And I haven't, because I have not been going anywhere other than Vegas. And she was like, yeah, no, there's no like Zika virus in Vegas. So she said that wouldn't be it. And I'm like, my husband, he hasn't been going like out of town or whatever since this issue came up. So it can't be that. So she did offer me to take a she said I can get a MRI done to see the baby, and then maybe that test can help them see other things. So I was like, you know what, just put in an MRI and I'll see. But she did say by the time like I get the appointment and then schedule it, then it's probably gonna be, I probably been and had the baby by then. But I'm just like, let's just put it in and just see, you know? Yeah, at this point, I'm just really just like, I just want to have my baby already. They were talking about inducing me if my baby overall was still measuring like small, but being that she is slowly, like she's growing a little bit overall, they like, we're not going to worry about inducing your labor, because, you know, we just going to wait until she come, because they're not concerned about that. Had she been like small or gotten smaller, then they would have done it. We still just don't have any answers as far as the head. And quite, if I'm being honest, y'all, I honestly don't even think I'm gonna get the answers that I'm looking for and get like a definite answer until the baby get here, y'all. My doctor, she said normally after they do like the Nipt test, the genetic testing, after that they normally do an amniocentesis, which is where they put like a needle through your belly button, and then they take some fluid, some amniotic fluid from the baby, and then they're able to test it, and then they can tell you like, you know, exactly what's going on with the baby and stuff. But being that she was saying I'm so late into my pregnancy, she was like, she don't recommend it. That can also be kind of risky or whatever. So I was just like, no, I'm so late into my pregnancy, I would just rather us try to figure it out some other kind of way, or just wait till she born at this point. But thankfully overall she's growing. But that head, and I feel like the head has been our issue since the last ultrasound. It's really been the head. It wasn't so much of her overall weight. It's crazy to me because I wasn't expecting her head to get smaller. The doctor said her head got smaller. I thought her head was about the same, but the doctor was like, no, her head got smaller. So I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But I'm just at this point, y'all, you know, I've been trying to keep my spirits high and just not stressed about it too much. My baby is so freaking stubborn. Like, she is stubborn and feisty. Every ultrasound appointment we go to, she do not be cooperating. That's why I think some of this stuff may be off too, because she do not be cooperating at all. Like, they be shaking the hell out of my belly to get her to move around and move, and you know what I mean, to get like the proper measurements. But she be so freaking stubborn. Sonographer did say that's probably why too. Her measurement may be off slightly a little bit, because it was so hard to measure her head, y'all, because she is so freaking low. So that could be part of it too, which is why she was measuring a little bit smaller. Everything else except for the head, y'all, seem to be measuring well. Like, everything else looks good. It's just the head, which is the most stressful part for me, because a lot of times from what I researched and looked up, that means she may have some issues. She may, I don't know. And this is why I stopped looking up stuff, y'all. She may have some developmental issues or some brain issues, and that is like the worst. Like, oh god, let me not even speak that into existence. Let me not even think about it no more. But yes, y'all, that is what's going on. On a happier note, y'all, I had my maternity shoot tomorrow that I'm super excited about. That's one. And then two, y'all, my husband is coming home early, y'all, because with all this stuff that's been going on with my health and all these health scares, and the doctor saying, oh, they may have to induce me, and the baby measuring small and blah, like all this stuff, they was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna send you back a little early, y'all. So he should be here this week, and I'm so freaking happy. I'm just so happy, like, thank God, because y'all know he wasn't gonna be back until like the week of her due date, which I thought was insane anyway. I'm just like, well, like, that's so dumb. Like, oh, the week of my due date? Like, do y'all realize that she could come a week before, 2 weeks before? Like, he needs to be here. So they finally was like, okay, yeah, we gonna send you back. And my mom, y'all, is still coming a little early. She's gonna be here in 2 weeks. So her and my husband is gonna be here, and I'm so happy, because I definitely need the support at this moment, and I need the help, like with cleaning, organizing stuff, putting stuff together, all of that. So they are gonna be amazing help, and I'm so happy about that. And yeah, y'all, that's the silver lining, I guess. That's the happy part. At least I'm gonna have the support, because going through the stuff when you just here by, like when I'm just here by myself, I'm going to all these appointments by myself. I'm here by myself. I ain't got nothing to do but think about it. Like that makes it even more stressful. So it's gonna be good to have them here in these for these next couple of weeks. And then when she gets here, God willing, God willing, my baby is just a stubborn, feisty little baby who just don't want to cooperate and was hiding in there and they couldn't get the measurements correct. That's what I'm praying it is. And not like something severe, but we'll see when she get here, y'all. We'll see when she get here. Y'all, they told me that I'm not going to have any more ultrasounds from now until my due date, because they said they don't predict any more changes as far as growth from now until my due date. So she said it's kind of pointless. And then on top of that, my baby is just going to keep moving and moving lower down into my pelvis. So they was like, it's going to be harder to get, measurements anyway. So they said, yeah, well, they're not going to do any more ultrasounds for me. Yeah, this may be like my last update, just because I don't have any more ultrasounds left. I'm gonna give you guys an update if I get the MRI before my due date. If I do, I'm gonna update you guys in one of my next vlogs. That is the update. That is what's going on with me. It's not the best news, but it's what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. What's going on at this point in time, and I'm just not allowing myself to stress about it anymore. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.